Chapter 19. Conservation of Natural Resources. Our Earth is a special place. It has many physical features such as mountains, beaches, plains, deserts, islands, peninsulas, oceans and rivers. The weather can vary each day and from place to place. There are different types of soil and vegetation, plants. Many known and unknown animals roam around the earth. All of these things make up our natural environment. The natural environment provides many natural resources to the people. Natural resources are always found in or on earth. The basic natural resources are water, air, soil, minerals, animals and plants. Renewable and non-renewable resources. Natural resources that can be replaced naturally or manually and reused by us are termed renewable. Natural resources that cannot be replaced are termed non-renewable. Renewable resources. Renewable resources are replaced through natural processes at a rate that is equal to or greater than the rate at which they are used, and depletion is usually not a worry. Some common examples include air, wind, fresh water, soil, living organisms, trees, sunlight. Non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources are exhaustible and are extracted faster than the rate at which they formed. Some common examples are fossil fuels, coal, oil, natural gas, diamonds and other precious gems and minerals, metals and ores. Fossil fuels. Coal, oil and natural gas are formed from ancient organic matters, so they are called fossil fuels. Coal is actually a sedimentary rock that was originally formed from ancient plant matter through decomposition and millions of years of compaction. Coal made of carbon is by far the most abundant fossil fuel in the world. India has an abundance of coal mines, whose coal is mainly used to generate electricity. Formation of fossil fuels. Although we know that fossil fuels from the decomposed remains of the past life over millions of years, large amounts of pressure and high temperatures are also necessary. As the organisms called plankton die and fall to the sea floor, they are covered by sediment. After they are buried deeply enough, pressure and heat cause the dead organisms to change into fossil fuels. Where is fossil fuel found? There are specific but known conditions that must be met in order to find the oil and gas. Oil and gas are usually found within a preamble rock such as sandstone. Preamble simply means that the rock is porous and liquids or gases can easily flow through it. A fine-grained sedimentary rock like shale is relatively impermeable. Fluids cannot easily flow, but they can form good boundaries for trapping gas or oil. These rock boundaries are sometimes called a roof or trap rock. If a layer of sedimentary rocks is tilted upwards with the shale on the top of sandstone, the natural gas will rise upward since it is less dense than water. The gas is trapped by the layer of shale. Petroleum. It is a broad term that includes both crude oil and natural gas. Crude oil is a thick black liquid mixture of naturally occurring hydrocarbons that forms from the buried remains of marine organisms. Natural gas forms under similar conditions but is in a gaseous state. Extracting Earth's resources. Oil. Once oil or gas is found beneath Earth's surface by geologists, it is extracted. Usually this is done by drilling through the rock to where the resources is trapped. When the well is completed, oil or gas can flow into the well and the resources are pumped up to the surface. Renewable resources can be depleted. Sometimes, however, renewable resources can get depleted if they are used too fast. Here are a few examples of how this can happen. If an area undergoes severe deforestation and the soil erodes quickly, this will deplete the fertile topsoil needed to support plant growth, so trees and shrubs cannot grow back. If trees and vegetation are removed without being replanted, this can have effects on the land, air and water. Common effects include turn-off and alarmingly low water quality. While fresh water is a renewable resource, in some areas, overpopulation and increased demand on the water supply, lack of water conservation practices, and pollution of the water sources can cause water to become scarce. This is especially a big problem in cities situated in dry areas. A decrease in water availability can affect agriculture, farmland, livestock, and other living organisms, including humans, in the area. Using renewable resources. Because the world will not be able to depend on oil, gas, and coal forever, we must find other ways to power the kind of lifestyle that we are accustomed to. Solar power. Solar energy is the energy from the sun. We know that global wind and ocean currents are powered by solar energy. More and more people are investing in solar panels on the roof of their home, whereby solar cells actively collect energy and transform it into electricity. Unfortunately, solar cells work less efficiently on cloudy days and not at all during the night. Batteries can be used to store solar energy, but they cannot hold very much energy, and safe disposal of old batteries is a major issue. Wind power. Wind has been used for thousands of years as a source of energy on sailing ships and windmills to pump water. Today, windmills can be used to generate electricity, usually located on a wind farm. Wind produces no waste. However, not many regions of the world have strong and persistent enough winds to generate electricity. Water power. Water wheels have been used for over 100 years to help create energy to ground grain or cut lumber, creating hydropower. Hydroelectricity energy is created releasing large amount of water through a man-made dam which turn turbines or generators to create electricity. Biomass energy. Biomass energy, which is derived from the burning organic materials like wood, alcohol, dung or garbage, is a common renewable energy resource in rural areas of India. A drawback of burning these items, however, is that particles are released into the atmosphere, potentially increasing air pollution. Conservation of resources. Because of the severe impact that we impose on the land, air and water, conservation has become increasingly important. Conservation involves using natural resources wisely and reducing contribution to pollution on land, air or water. Human activities can benefit the environment and help preserve resources. Conservation can include small-scale cleanup projects along roadways or building fences to prevent soil erosion to large-scale beach re-nourishment. Planting trees is another way to support conservation as trees are too often removed without being replanted. The phrase reduce, reuse and recycle has been a catchphrase of the late 20th and early 21st centuries. Reduce. Don't use a resource if there is an alternative. Reuse. Use a resource again without changing it or reprocessing it. Use glassware as opposed to paper, plates and styrofoam. Recycle. Reprocess a resource so that the materials can be used in another item. People can recycle paper. Protect. Prevent the loss of a resource, wildlife, by managing its environment. Rapid deforestation can wipe out both animals and plant life. By controlling the environment, we can control the